はい、ありがとうございます。はい、ここからはですね、司会交代いたしまして、私、みてくんの方で担当させていただきます。よろしくお願いいたします。
I'm not a wizard. Can't you tell which is which? You better learn, boy. I'll teach you about the witchcraft. I'll put a spell on you while I'm
はい、次のゲームなんですけれども、ミラーズエッジで、カテゴリーが 2% で、なぜかこう、コープって書いてありますね。2P1KBM コープ書いてあります。で、こちら解説の方、まだいらっしゃっておりませんので、もしはこのゲームやったことあるよという方いらっしゃいましたら、お気軽に解説の方にいらしていただければと思います。で、私もね、このゲームは一応投資でやったことはあるんですけど、何分出たのがだいぶ昔のゲームで、プレイしたこと、プレイはしたんですけど、内容はほとんど覚えてないという状況なんで、もうストーリーの説明とかはね、一切できないと思います。そうですね。ですね、まず注意事項なんですけれども、このゲームはアクションゲームなんですが、非常に酔いやすいです。ビルとビルの間をね、飛び交うようなパルクールのゲームなんですけれども、視点の移動がめちゃめちゃ激しいので、3D 酔いに慣れてる人でもね、結構酔っちゃう可能性がありますので、そのあたりちょっとご注意ください。チャット欄見てるとね、ずっと寝ないで張り付いてる方もちょっと見受けられますがもし気分悪くなったりとかしたら無理せずに視聴を一旦中断していただいて、休憩を挟むなりしていただければと思います。で、その酔いやすいっていう点を踏まえてのカテゴリーの説明なんですけど、もうすでにチャットで書かれてますが、これ2人のプレイヤーで無理やりプレイするというものですね。で、これは2プレイヤー1キーボードマウスという意味なので、要は1人がキーボードを操作してアクション部分を担当しつつ、もう1人がマウスのクリックとか視点移動を担当するというモードになってます。当然2人の位置がね、ぴったり合ってないとめちゃめちゃ酔う、視点になるということなのでもう本当にプレイしたことがある人でももしかしたら酔っちゃうかもしれないですね。事前にアップロードされてる参考動画を見てみると、そこまで変な視点移動はないかなとは思うんですけれども、もしかするとね、相方のね、そのマウスがちょっとどっか飛んでったりとか、そうしちゃったらね、ぐるんぐるん視点が回転しちゃう可能性がありますのでもしそんなことになってね、気分が悪くなっちゃったら、無理せずに視聴を中断ください。で、僕も寝起きなんで耐えられる自信がないんで、もし僕もね、気分が悪くなってしまったらね、途中で見るのやめようと思います。最悪目つぶって音だけで実況でもしようかなと思ってます。言うて目つぶって実況できるようなゲームじゃないんですけどね、これこのゲームがですね、発売されたのがだいたい2008年かな、2008年の11月ぐらいなんで、だいたいもう今からもう13年前、14年前か。だいぶ昔のプレステ3と Xbox360 ですね。これで発売されたゲームなんですね。で、今回やられるのは、その翌年の2009年で出た、PC 版のミラーズエッジということらしいです。で、ミラーズエッジは今、続編の、ミラーズエッジカタリストというのも出てますので、こちらもなかなか面白かったので、皆さんもぜひね、 この配信名で興味持たれたらちょっと遊んでみてもいいんじゃないかなと思います。いやもうほんと当時めちゃめちゃ酔いましたね。なんかこの見てる一人称視点でダダダダダって走っていくんですけど、手とか足とかがね、もう画面外にあってもちらっとこう走ってる途中で見えるぐらいの感じで、こう普段走ってる時の視界とは全然違う感じがしましてですね、もうだいぶ気持ち悪いんですよ。この自分が走ってもこうはならんやろみたいな感じの視点で走って、視点もグラグラするし、なんならスライディングするし、前転してローリングして視点がくるっと一回転するっていうことがあるので、僕も3D 酔いは結構耐性がある方だと思ってたんですけど、なんですかね、無理なゲームが一本だけあって、ミラーズエッジは全然大丈夫だったんですけど、気持ち悪いなと思いつつも、一応最後までプレイできるぐらいには、大丈夫だったんですけど、グラビティデイズっていうPSP で出た、PSP とかプレイステーション3かで出たゲームがですね、ちょっと視点移動めちゃめちゃ激しくて、これだけはちょっと無理だったんですよね。こんな感じでね、そこそこ視点移動が激しい感じなんで、ご注意くださいっていうのが先に言っておきます。で、どうしましょうかね。もう本当に全然内容を覚えてないので、
Hello everybody, welcome back to
説明できることがあんまないんですけれど、ゲーム画面切り替わりましたね。
Alzheimer's Fund and links to donate can be found below the stream. We would also like to thank Clearstar, Dermalogica, Fist, Forged in Shadow Torch, and ViewSonic for sponsoring this event. Now it is time for hekigan and Meteos running Mirror.
ですね、このゲームのあらすじといいますか、簡単に説明の方しますとですね、ゲームの舞台がだいぶ近未来、遠い未来のお話、というわけで近未来の話ですねの話なんですけど、言ってしまえば全ての連絡手段とかが、犯罪とかあの辺がですね、全部きっちり国家によって、管理されている、いわゆるディストピア的なディストピアの街の中で主人公が、運び屋みたいなことをやるみたいな、簡単に言うとですね、そういう設定なんです。ランナーズっていう、パルクールのチームがちょっとあって、主人公のフェイスっていう子が所属するチームがあって、で、このフェイスって子を、プレイヤーが操作して、カカーッとビルの間を駆け抜けていって、話が進行していくと。目標を達成しながら。もう映りましたね。グッドラックです。いきなりよくわからんことしてますね、これ。何やってんだ、これ。これなんかよくわからんことしてますけどね、この
So it's really incredible. Just to talk about what the kick glitch is, Jack, if you want to mention a little bit how it works.
Sure, yeah. So basically, in Mirror's Edge,
今もうちょっとやってますけど、ジャンプして足をね、パッと前に突き出すんですよ。カーッと出したら、なぜかその後もう一回空中でジャンプできるっていう。パルクールする人には必須のテクニックがですね、使われてまして、
Meteos will be starting the
まあこの2段ジャンプといいますか、
spacebar. Oh my lord.
これをまあ駆使しながらちょくちょくシーケンスブレイク
Controller, by the way, so
挟んでいく。
this a fair bit probably.
まあでも基本的にチャプター制で進んでいくので、まあシーケンスブレイクというよりかは、
See, things will flow together because they're muscle
なんだろうな、
memory is
この赤くなってるとこが、
goes out of sync, it will be hard to like
要はまあここに向かって走っていけば安全だよみたいな、まあ正規ルート、いわゆる正規ルートですね。でそれをまあ無視して、まあショートカットしながら進んでいくみたいな感じになりますね。
Which doesn't sound like a lot, but it really is until, you know, you're here with it.
あ、そうそう。一応なんだろうな、このストーリーの進行上、一応銃を持った敵とかね、出てくるんで、まあ、そういう敵をね、殴り倒しながら進んでいくっていうシーンもあるにはあるんですけど、おそらくこの RTA では戦闘一切せずに勝ち抜いていくんじゃないかなと。
On mouse, we do have jump bound as well because it's necessary for kick glitches and for certain like really precise, like, you know, you only have a couple of frames to do the jump. Heki will also do those as well.
なんか今んとこね、なんか大丈夫っぽい感じしますよね。なんかマウスで視点操作してるにしては割となんか自分でやった時の視点とあんま変わらないような感じが。だいぶ息があったコンビですね。
Communication that ensues, I think.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't go too bad. I've definitely been in the call where
まあ3D 酔いしやすくてちょっと苦手だよっていうような人はですね、画面の真ん中に小さい点がありますんでね、ここをずっと凝視しておけばある程度はまあ酔いにくくなるんじゃないかなとは思います。
Finding the interact key to up on the scroll wheel to essentially, Shane, do you want to explain this actually? Because we went over this definition and I can't remember.
あ、そうなんですよ。これ操作分けてるんですね。キーボードマウスって。
mention that we're coming up on chapter 1 skip, which is one of the like the early bigger skips, where basically if they go into the next section in this area.
ね、もう本来一人で両方やらないといけないんで、片っぽだけやるなら簡単じゃんってこうなっちゃうんですけど、そんなことはないんですよ。
A decent chunk where they're climbing through a vent.
で今何やってるかっていうことをどこを見なきゃいけないかっていうのを全部把握しとかないといけないんで、例えばこう今壁キックしてやってますけど、その先飛んでいく先を見なきゃいけないっていうのをもう事前に察知して、もうすでにもうマウスで見てるっていう。本当に位置がぴったり合ってないと。
Heki will be in charge of getting
できないようなことをさらっと今やってるんですね。
camera like position and angles. For example, we're also going to try and not talk over the guys as they communicate together as they
No,
figure
please
out what
talk
they
over
wanna
us. The less there is between us, the better.
do. Yeah. But yeah, so
あ
like there's a lot of nuance in
あ、
that.
やっぱ難しいんですかね。
Like looking more deeper into a wall when you wall boost will give you more speed, for example. And like the angle at which you approach a wall when you do a kick glitch will send you off at a different angle. There's a lot of nuance to it basically that might go
But
over your head.
math
You're not
involved.
If you look too deep into a wall, you'll do a wall climb instead of a wall boost. So there.
ああ、確かにラグもそうですね。まあ見た感じだと別々の
When you look at the bigger picture and all these
部屋というか、もうほぼ自宅からリモートでこう参加しているような感じなんで、ラグはやっぱりありそうですね、そこら辺は。
these like core mechanics than other people, and that kind of goes to show how good these two players are. Because I've got around a 34, their PB as two players is around a 35. So they're almost better than I am.
We
I
are
mean,
better than you are.
it also helps. That
あと、そも本当に酔いそうで無理って方はね、まだまだ
go guys, Sala.
まあこのイベントまだまだ長く続きますので、まあこのミラーズエッジだけはちょっと我慢するというのもまあありかなと思いますよ。
I think we should have like a 30-second like screen match just to get it out.
あ、なんだこれは。
We're gonna see an elevator clip. From
天井にけとるやんけ。
some of these elevators, it saves the animation of the doors opening. Yeah, this game's really broken. Basically, that's
You'll see a
like
lot
all
of
I can say about
stuff.
it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see
Here they're
another
gonna-
really cool trick here where they do a couple of
The wall boost.
where
まあ
they
最初の方はね、ちょっとだけ見てたんでね、この今のシーンはちょっとしてたんですけど、多分この後もね、何本かやると思いますよ。
Thank you.
当たり判定がないとことかがあったりするんで、
Okay.
You were so in sync there.
まあ、そこに向かって無理やりめり込んで
Very cool.
ショートカットしていくみたいな
See
こと
there? It's a couple of kick
Nice.
glitches.
や
and
っていく
wall
と思い
boosts
ます。
chained into each other, and oftentimes with just those
まあすごいですね。壁キックの反動を利用してジャンプし、勢いを殺さずジャンプしつつ、
this game is honestly
足を前に引き出して、
describe it all
フラグ立てて、
but it's still
空中ジャンプをして、
got some wall boosts here.
反対側のビルに飛び降りるっていう。
You'll get even more speed. And in fact, the main thing that slows you down is touching the
まあ
ground.
人類には到底不可能な動きを今ちょっとやってましたね。
You'll gain quite a bit of speed, and that's why like kick glitching and wall boosting is so good, is because it keeps you from
でも多分ね、パルクールやれば多分できるようになるんじゃないかなと。
Yeah, every move in the game flows together pretty nicely, as you'll see in the upcoming chapters. And
Yeah,
do
full
it
disclosure,
small.
we're not going to be like cutting anything out from what you would see from a high caliber run, trick wise.
Yeah.
This
It's
is a
probably not
high
gonna go well,
octane.
but we're gonna try it anyway.
It's a
It's gonna
high
be a lot of
octane
time.
speed run.
So actually, we are.
もう言うて僕のしてるパルクールってこう街中でこう段差飛び降りたりとか
Wants to talk a little bit about
ぴょ
it.
んぴょん飛んだりとかそういう
Well, first of all, we have
イメージだったんで、ちょっとこのなんだろうな、高層ビルの間を飛び交う
so, yeah, so Kenobi
勇気はちょっとないですね。
it's like I mean, it's a bit.
当たり前だと死にたくないですもん。
Bronze Edge will tell you it's a big gatekeeper when you're, you know, grinding attempts of this. Basically, we kind of want to do a similar trick that we did at the very start, a kick glitch chain. Basically, we want to do 4 kick glitches in a row. The thing is, the timing to hit the kick glitches is pretty precise because if we mess up the timing, basically we will just like bounce off the wall.
うおー
So we have to hit 4 kick
この前転が本当ね苦手ですね。
And this is obviously two people doing it together as a single brain. Are they
We don't-
truly connected? Do they have, you know?
ただ5点着地っていうこうなんかこ
Oh, they do.
う何やってるこれ
That's really, really, really difficult. People with
マトリックス並みのモーションブラーが発生してましたね今ちょっと。
Medios and Heki are obviously just the same brain, separated into 2 different fleshy bodies. So it's not really.
We share sweat glands too, and it's really hot.
Keep in
Anyway.
mind that to do a kick glitch, you have to hit space and then kick immediately after, which is mouse input. So we
い
have
やーもうなんかこれすげえってなんかこう喋ってたらこう事前に調べたこのゲームのプロットをどこに
just in case you missed.
該当するのかちょっと分かんなくなっちゃって。
Pretty amazing. This is possible, to be honest.
Yeah, it's.
But
pretty
look at this
incredible.
gameplay.
And they're going to go for
Oh.
an even
あもうめちゃくちゃだよ。
even less time here.
Yeah.
we
We're
just
gonna see
planned
if
this
they
like
follow.
5 minutes ago.
They literally were practicing
We
this
did.
in the call before this run.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
Alright, we'll
It
try
was
one
a
more
good
time.
attempt.
uh,
They'll
One
try
more
it
time?
one more time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really
why not?
funny.
Screw it.
I'll say it's really funny because probably as a spectator that does not look nearly as impressive as
まあもう今のね画面の状況を無視してこうなんだろうな簡単な背景でもなんかこう説明しちゃう
people who
と、
like know this game,
まあさっきもちょろっと話したんですけど、まあ一応近未来の設定で
and it's crazy to see them try.
こう情報のやり取りとかこうなんかの犯罪とかね、まあそういった部分がですね全部国家、まあ、政府によって
hardest strat.
管理されてるっていう世界観なんですよ。まあいわゆるディストピアな世界観なんですね。
Excluding
もう監視社会、まあ
This category.
ガッチガチにこう見られて
You
て
take out the previously labeled
自由に動けないようなそんな世界です。
thing after them.
Pretty spooky section here.
Oh yeah, I die in this section all the time. But you
Had to
know,
be quaking up here.
we have so kind of a thing worth mentioning is that I
でまあ依頼を受けてで物を届けたりとか、
because they were
Whoa.
born as
まああとはまあ壊れてるところを修理したりとか、まあそういった依頼がねちょくちょく
Very similar.
発生していくんですけど、まあそれをまあ完遂してまあ電話で報告したりとか、まあそういったことをしながらタスクをこなしていくっていうゲームになってますね。まあその中でまあ重要なタスクとかを進めていくとこうミッションがストーリーが進行してい
A
く
lot
と。
of vigorous debate ensued. Mirza is known for that.
The thing is, we're both empaths, so our minds are just
True. That's
Wired
also,
together.
that's also true.
I can feel that Heki's pants are wet right now.
There's probably time for a donation here while you guys climb up this storm rain, right?
I'll jump in here. We got a
Yeah, Arctic
$10
help.
donation. We got a $10 donation.
で、なんだ、結構ビルとかね、
Sweet baby boys, heck
真っ白な感じ
I
で
hope you can look in the mirror after this killer run and be
描写されてるんですけど、結構これスタッフがね、こだわってたらしくて、
Good luck, Josh, and I'm rooting for you. We also got two anonymous
まあこの
donations, so we got
なんだろうな、
$10
無印版に比べると結構視覚の証言とかパワーアップしてるらしいです。まあどこがこう変わったのかちょっとよく分かってないんですけど、 まあ白と赤の対比っていうのは結構ね、まあ綺麗に見えるっていう意味で本当にね、
To Breezeby and her family who are on like a road trip right now listening to us live.
まあ映像としては本当に綺麗な中でこう走り抜けられると
And her sister
いう感じ
Tiffany.
ですね。ただ
Imagine subjecting your family to this.
まあ酔いやすいと。
Yeah.
Hello, Rick and Tiffany.
Hi, Rick and Tiffany.
Greetings
Mom.
from England.
Greetings from Germany.
Yes.
Okay, so we've got a very hard section coming up here as well. This is Chase, where you chase this guy named Jackknife. It is the same Jack in the call right now, so if you want to talk about Chase, he knows.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was paid a lot of money for this role, actually.
無理やり上に向けて早めに
Oh.
エレベーター到着のこれを立てておくみたいなそんな感じなんですよね。
Chase Chain Jack. That's like the.
Yeah, so
We
Chase
hate that
Chain,
so
I mean,
much that we actually found a way to skip.
なんか棒立ちの人おりましたね。
it was an awful performance, so understandable. Yeah, so I mean, Chase Chain coming up here, it's like insane that these are even going for this, but essentially it's just in very difficult kickless chain. It started off on the wrong foot. Didn't start off the best, so I think.
本家のチャット欄でも T って言ってますね。
You want to do one more
Yeah, they're gonna
try?
abort mission here.
Yeah, okay.
We'll do one more try.
We'll just-
Yeah,
we
just give it a
die.
go. Why not?
You guys have to die. Yeah, you're
We have a
wrong,
high
man.
estimate, so we'll just show stuff off.
You know, you say that.
Okay, there's Jack. Look it. There he is. That's you.
もうこれなんだろうな、このゲームは
Drag a flip flop.
ビルから落ちるとワンミスでまあリトライがリスタートするんですけどね、この落ちる時がすごく怖い。
Okay, anyways, we've got Chase Chain here. They're gonna go for it one more time. This is really.
まあ男性だったらもうシュンってするってまあ言うんですけど、まあそれを抜きにしてもね、だいぶ
They got a wall boost at the end, so
怖いですね。
that last kick glitch there is, I guess, frame perfect, right? Because you're up against the wall.
あ、死にそうって感じの落ち方するんで。
It's not frame perfect, but it's really, really tough to
Yeah.
not boost.
Basically, you want to hit. So again, to refresh on the kick glitch, you want to you have one frame of grounded state after.
そうですね、赤く色分けしてるのは、まあ結局
Nice job.
Try
行けるとこがたくさんある中で、まあどこが正しいルートなんかっていうのが分かりにくいから、全部真っ白な状態だとね、
Fine for the
分かりにくいから、今度赤くしてあげて、どこ通れば目的地行けますよっていうのが分かるようにしてるっていう
God, stop. You're gonna
Anyways,
make me blush.
don't mess this up, or I'm gonna be so.
感じなんですけど、まあ空中ジャンプとかをね、うまく活用していけば、そんなのを無視して
All right, abort
Okay.
mission.
It's fine.
いけるんでね、この
So that was Chase
Okay.
Chain.
That was Chase Chain. Great job,
Most
dude.
of
They
it. We
nailed
did
it.
most of it.
あくまでもダメージを受けにくい
Chase
Yeah,
Chain, false
please,
meaning.
check.
目的地まで安全に行けるルートという意味なんで、
You have to change
最短のルートではない。
attempts at chase. Okay, still a pretty difficult kick glitch coming up here.
There's a plane up there.
Thank you.
I've never noticed it before. It's good.
おお、
Yeah.
Sorry. That caught me off guard.
Caught me off guard too.
You're like a
Because, you know-
toddler who gets obsessed with like trucks or planes, and every time you see one, you just like stop. You get distracted.
コープでやってるってこと忘れがちですけど、まあ大体一人でやっててもこんな感じの視点 移動になるん
The
で、
most fun thing in my life. Let me tell you.
Immaculate gameplay from the fellas,
Incredible.
and
I don't think they've made a mistake so far. Correct me if I'm
No,
wrong. Jack.
actually, this is
I don't think so.
world
This has
record.
been pretty clean.
Wow. And we've got a
So-
final kick glitch across this big gap here.
Yeah.
なんて言うんだろうね、こう、まあ酔いやすくはあるけど、結構駆け抜けて
Recording his reaction.
飛び移ってっていう爽快感はね、やっぱりあるので、
Bro.
I
Nearly
mentioned
there.
earlier,
You would
まあ
think
気になるなって方
you
があったら
have
ね、
to-
も
this
し、
kick is
まあ
actually
ぜひ
quite
ね、
precise.
こ
You
うや
have
っ
to
てみ
get
てはいかがでしょう
correct
か。
angle, like it's
本当面白いですよ、このゲーム。ストーリーも確かね、まあ本当に僕は全然覚えてないですけど、でも確か当時やってた時は、おおってなりながら、結構、
just go.
this is their first time doing this run. They
Yeah,
didn't want me to tell anyone.
It's true.
It was all theoretical up until this point.
Well, we
But
both
they
play
were-
the game. Just take one hand away.
一応まあこのまあ休みながらやるのが良さそうなゲームではあるんだけど、結構ノンストップでね遊んだ記憶があるんで。
About the run for a long time though, so that's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, together. Was there one hive mind as we went over earlier?
Yeah. They shower together, they sleep together.
Oh,
多分あんまりストーリー覚えてないの多分なんですけど、こうサブミッションとか
very
結
difficult.
構あるんで、
I would
そこの
put it
消化を
slowly, I think.
先に
Say you're
やってシ
well.
ナリオを後でみたいなことでやったから
It's in the
あ
second
の
round, I would say. A lot of kind of,
ゲームの大半がなんかサブの消化に当てられた感じが
And Shane, do you want to explain that as you? Explain that
Sure,
as you, I guess.
あったかなと。
Never actually nailed this trick in a run myself, but I can
Nice.
explain it.
Oh, no,
They have to
very
do a
much.
really precise climb here. It's very hard to like understand why this is precise, but they basically need like the best possible angle and distance and facing on all of this. And you can see that they're struggling, but that's pretty normal, especially when they're trying to correlate two people playing.
ああ、もうメインでこうやるのとはまた別になんかあった気が、どうやったっけ？
Really deep wall boost, and you can see how deep Heki is looking into that wall. One more kick glitch and then one more very, very deep wall boost, and that looks like they got it right there.
Nice.
That's fucking
boys.
amazing.
そう
Great
そう、なん
job.
かタイムアタック的なのか、あれがね、なんかタイムアタック的なのも、
Did I just hear an F?
目印、なんかゴール地点はわかるけど、なんかどこから行けばいいかわからんみたいな。
There is nothing. Where are you going?
Anyways,
Trying to subject me to some things?
で何度もかリトライしたりとかね。
I'm
Yeah, you
sorry.
will be.
Okay, listen. When something is pulled off that amazing in the run, it's hard not to slip a little bit. This is
Yeah.
we're joking.
ああ、カタリストの方ですか。なるほ
This
ど。
is like really, really insanely impressive from them. And we really can't overstate it enough. And they're also both really
I
handsome.
always
So
sweat
that
every time
helps.
we.
Yeah, which is
Fly up
the most
there.
important thing, I'd say.
I'm just like, no, we're gonna sidestep.
Yeah.
ということは僕は単純にシナリオを覚えてないのは、マジで忘れてる可能性がありますね、これ。
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
So, anyways, we've got another really big trick coming up here. This is called cranes. Jack, do you want to talk about cranes?
Sure, I can talk about Crane, Shane.
It's named
So,
after
I
you,
mean,
right?
once upon a time, like,
まあ主人公フェイスさんの、まあ、デザインについては確かにこう一悶着あったんですけど、それについてはまあ僕の方からはあまり触れないようにしておきます。
Basically time the inputs a lot easier. So we have to do 2 frame perfect inputs basically. We have to start our wall run for the kick glitch on a specific frame to get more speed basically. The little lip you'll see here on the edge will bump us up
Alright.
like so. And didn't manage to get it, but basically there's the little lip on the edge.
ふわーってこうなんかやってるように見えるけど、これあれですね、
bump you a bit forward and give you a lot of speed going to your kick glitch, and you need that speed to cross.
時間が遅く感じる的なやつですね。
And it's very precise.
It's super precise.
Needs-
If you wall run too early, you just won't be able to get a kick. If you wall run too late, you'll miss the wall run.
Yeah.
But that looks pretty good. They've
We-
got good
we
height
might-
here.
Oh,
Oh my god! In second try.
これ面白すぎなんですね。これ足前に出して空中ジャンプするとこが本当にも
This run has just been going really, really well in my opinion. I think they're doing really great.
Yeah.
Keep it up, fellas.
Shoutouts to Walrus. I think ESA 2017 Walrus versus Zook, Mirror's Edge 100% hits Crane's first try when Crane's was the hardest trick in the game. And
Also
also shoutouts to
Way to
Philo, who did the
undermine
Also,
our
same
shout
thing.
outs to Philo for
You
also
did the
hitting
same thing.
cranes. Yeah. Mirror's Edge, a long history of ESA runs, a long history of absolute madmen who are way too good at this game.
あ、これ今聞いたんで上の方にあれか、進捗が分かるようになってるのか、これ。
Tried at least once, but
yeah.
too hard.
And they're gonna
Game's
go
hard.
for a little bit more of a casual route here, but some of these tricks that are like much more
Cash.
trivial as a single person become really hard when you don't have full control over the character.
We die.
We're trying to get out of bounds here, basically.
Oh yeah, if you jump over this fence, you get out of bounds, and then you can slide
Oh my
through
goodness.
a little like wind. What do you call it? Like a skylight, even though it's
Yeah.
like you can't.
Yeah.
see
ロー
through
プ
it.
バーンっていうの
Yeah,
が、なんか
and
ね、
this
あれ
allows
何
you
あ
to
あ
do the next half of the level, essentially. So we're gonna die on a trigger that loads down there, And here we go. We're like halfway through the level now.
え、これ何
The goal here is to try and beat both of the trains, and we call that two trains. You can see, well, sometimes you can see the trains going here, but we're gonna
裏口から入ったってやつか。これ。
over and over and over again. And if we're fast enough, we'll beat this first train. And that's one half of two trains completed. Great job. I'm so proud of these guys. I'm tearing up.
I'm so proud of our boys.
The second they open this red door that they're about to
ここメトロの中からこう
and if they don't go fast enough, they're not
なんだっけ
So let's see.
セキュリティが硬い建物の中にこれで侵入していくって
Trains
確
are
か
terrifying and they
流れだった気がするんですけど、どうでしたっけ？
Cover your ears in
Okay,
anticipation.
that looks okay. It
We
looks
went
like
through
Yeah.
fast, but you usually want to see the butt of the train when you
Yeah.
enter
we're
here.
gonna want to bail into the side, so get ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
Oh,
Ah!
oh
We
you
had
gotta
so
see
much
the-
time.
There it is.
え
Yeah, the other one
made
was
it.
like way out of sync.
Yeah, well,
It's like
I didn't made it
semi-right.
I
They
saw
didn't
the
have
other
two
one
trains,
coming
but-
towards us, and I was just like, yeah. We're not
Sure, that's
making
the two
this.
trains named after our boy Two Chains.
Rest in
famous
Something.
Mirror's Edge runner.
Yeah, yeah. Where's that icon Two Chains? Shout
Yeah,
out.
if you haven't seen that ESA 2013 run by him, go check it
Yeah.
out.
Oh,
建物の中とかはね、目印の赤いマークが出てこないんですよね、
We're gonna
確
do
か。
an
こ
auction
れ
on、this train, so this is a good time for donation.
どこ行きゃいいんか分かんないってことが、建物の中でよく発展する。
Jumping us off.
ただ単にその時点ででき
Alright,
る
yeah, we
なん
got
だ
a
ろう
few coming in here.
アクションと
We
か
got
その
a
テクニックを忘れちゃったりとか
$7 hekigan
自分がまだ把握してないとか
It
そう
just says
いったケースが結構 多いですね。ああ、こうやったらいけるんだっていうのがね、
here from, Finelli that says
何度も何度もこ
smash
う
it, hekigan, and
試してるうちに分かってくるようになるみたいな。
That run was phenomenal. And then we also got a $15 from Cookie Bunny one that says this run is
ねミッションインポッシブル並みのこの
stay cozy and
電車の上での
guys.
移動。
And we got a $50 donation from
Wow.
Jackus 007 with no comment. So thank you all for your donations.
いや、怖いな、これ。
Everyone. I want to
Yeah.
say thanks Heki fan 03, but I'm kind of shocked that Heki's fan 01 and 02 haven't donated yet. Pretty disappointing to be honest, but I'm not trying to judge here. Anyways, this is the
ぶつかってんじゃん、それ。大丈夫な、今の。
move on to what is a pretty difficult chapter, and we've got a hard trick right away.
Let me just
So
fix
I
my
know we're playing
camera.
Mirror's Edge right now, but yeah, the last run was amazing, wasn't it, guys? The
It really
the
was.
dancing. I can't even remember the name of the
Seriously.
game, but it was so good. Anyway, chapter 5. So we're doing a kick glitch
Eh?
onto an invisible wall here.
空中で前転した、今。
Down to the street level with another kick glitch. Usually you cannot do this, you'll die. But with some kick glitch and reset your fall height as well, by the way, the fall reset timer, or the fall height timer.
Yeah.
So
Nope.
now that we're down here, we can just do some lovely movements.
We're just jumping around. We're
If
gonna take
you-
a moment to just.
We're just
jump around.
excited.
If you look into a wall too much, when you boost, it spins you around. That's what happened there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
あ、そうそう。こんな感じ。まあ、建物の中でもね、これって赤くなってれば、どこ行けばいいって分かるんですけどね。ない時があるんですよね。まただ。
And ideally, we'll be able to walk onto a little vent.
エレベーター入った時、また。
And that'll be cool. And they messed it up. That's okay. I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, if
Didn't
your
have to say anything
PC
about
is
that. Can we get Shifoni off the commentary?
I'm sorry. I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out.
silent Shane.
Who let this guy in? Get him out of here.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
We've just been
Oh.
informed by production that there are threats in the air.
The power is not in our hands.
Guys, I hear someone pounding on my front door. I'll be right back. So we've got a really cool elevator climb coming up here where you do like a little wall run into a wall cooler, or you just
okay.
drop.
多分ね、皆さんもね、パルクールをね、ちょっと練習すればね、多分
They're gonna try to
ど
get
こに飛び移れば安全かっていうのがね、赤く見えるようになるんじゃないか。
You climb up. Normally you have to climb some pipes.
Mhm.
That's lame.
そうはならんやろ。
I would go as far as to say as that's cringe. You know,
Wow.
we try to
Yeah,
avoid
absolutely.
climbing pipes in this game. And
So yeah, you
bail-
can
if you
just
die
bail
there,
over
you
the
just
edge
gotta
there. You know.
We tried to do a
reload.
glide, but we messed it up, so it's faster to just quit instead of falling and dying.
Oh, I
There's
meant
still-
for us to die.
Oh, me too.
$20 PayPal for whoever discovers a skip to these pipes.
Yeah.
That's
$20
actually doable
PayPal.
in real, and not
that's the
not
currency.
BL.
うん、ここもそうやって進むとこじゃないんで。
I'll do one better than $20 PayPal. I'll go on a dinner date with you to Burger King if you can find a skip for that. So
But you have to pay.
I'm getting abused now.
めっちゃ撃たれてる。
Yeah, those shotgun guards, they just have a tendency to kill people. In fact,
こうどこにね、行けばいいかっていうのを探してるときに、こうやって銃撃って邪魔されてるんで、焦るんですよね。
Because I'm a pacifist, okay?
The duality of
で、焦ってこ
charge them and him walking.
う、動きが雑になって、
yeah.
Yeah.
And this
落ちてやられ、まあ、死んじゃうっていうことが
differences
し
where,
ょっちゅう起きるんで。
you know, Meteos is a vegan and he doesn't believe in like hurting any living creature. And Heki, well, you know,
That's not true, by the way.
Well, you can't just say that. You're supposed to
Oh.
back me up here. I'm on comms.
As an empath, Ryan doesn't.
Doesn't believe in eating me.
Sorry, I had it turned off.
You had your empath senses turned off.
Mm.
So we've got another big trip coming up as well.
で、またどうせ
We've got a little bit of
天井に行けるんでしょうと思ったけど、行けないな。
to take a chance to explain it.
Justin Beamer.
Justin Beamer.
Justin Beamer coming
Patented
up.
like an hour ago.
Do you wanna grab the bag for good luck?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
But anyways, the way that Beamer works is sometimes when you're climbing a wall, there is collision that doesn't make the wall flat, so it'll kind of push you out a little bit. But they made it so that the game allows you to climb up that wall as though it were flat. And I think it's just to make the game work a little bit nicer. But if you manage to turn around on the exact frame that it pushes you out, you'll actually get a bunch of speed.
Oh.
And
Put your predictions in chat real quick, by the way.
put your predictions in
for
chat
Beamer.
for how many attempts
How many
it'll
tries?
take. I think it's going to
You
take
guys
one.
lollygagged for way too long.
I'm sorry. Well, you had brought up Justin Beamer, and I just got so excited about it.
なんかやろうとしてますね、これ。あ、
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
So
So Ryan's doing
there's-
all of this by himself,
Yeah.
and he's doing
it's
it
too
with
late.
his delay, and it's frame perfect. So
As
Yeah, this
a-
is like probably.
上
like
引
a
っ
six
かかっ
for this
て
one.
落ちながら、
It's not-
あ、
what was that, six?
え
5, 6?
5, I think.
What?
5?
That was one. That was first
It was-
try.
Oh, first
今
try.
何やったんですか、こ
Well,
れ。
let's go.
Can I get a
Good
shoot in
job,
chat? Let's
Ryan.
go.
Sheesh.
Can we get Jack off comments, please?
Yeah, can we
We
get
have
this
no
Jack guy
commentators
off?
left.
Can we get Ryan off comms? I want Heki just here by himself.
Yeah, while I'm like running on the keyboard.
Yeah, so well, we have a moment of downtime here. I just want to ask the chat, how many Doritos do you guys think it would take to stop someone from dying at a terminal velocity? You know, like if you
こういうなんか
stack Doritos on top of each other.
こういう通路通ってるの、なんかあれですよね、ポータルとかね、あの辺の裏ルート的なのことを連想してて、結構ね、こういうとこ通っていくっていうの好きだったりするんですけど、
Anyways,
we're not doing that though. We should get some donations.
まあ、よくステルスアクションゲーとかで、
Help.
こう、敵のアジトに侵入するときにこう裏ルート的なの、こういう排気口とか、そういうの
I
が
told you we'd call
い
on
っぱい
Yeah, you
通ってる
did
ところ
promise
抜けてい
that,
く
you
っていう
did.
の。
All right, well, I mean, this one doesn't really help. We got a $10 donation here from Dalbins that just simply says, "What a blunder."
This entire run, yeah. Okay.
We got another $5 donation here from Lucero that says, "Will you just yell, Meteos?" There you go. And
Yeah, I have a
the
lot of trauma.
yeah, and then the final one
向
here.
こうめっちゃ楽しそうに
This will make you.
喋ってますね。
We got Higeki fan 01 this time, $10.
I need my
They're asking,
ability
is that a glitch?
Oh no.
Oh,
not my
no.
hero anymore.
anyways, turn up.
えまた空中減点だ。
Still waiting for you. Anyways, this is chapter 6. We're going out of bounds here. If you couldn't tell, it's pretty hard to tell.
で、スッと抜けた壁。
What we're trying to do is we're going to skip about half the level. The next part of this level is actually right ahead of us, but it hasn't loaded in yet. We're going to try to skip around an invisible wall that will block us by doing a side jump here. And they nailed it. So it loads around us. It works perfectly. We're doing great. Great job. Can we get some
Let's
clap?
go,
Where?
fellas. It's very easy to not. It's very easy to mess it up as well. Like you can hit the loading trigger and like still be outside of the factory.
ああ、そうそう、ここもそうなんですよ。なんか赤いとこが目印なのに、なんでこんな赤いとこばっか取らせるねんっていう。
I do that in real life, yeah.
Yeah.
どれが目印かわからんってい
You
う。
might sidestep into the void and
And it loads.
miss your
My
shot.
classroom loads before I get
Yeah.
through the barrier. Yeah.
Sorry,
All your
Professor.
classmates
I'm
are
out of bounds.
I can't make.
ここもなんかそこそこ迷子になった記憶がありますね。
Anyways, this is chapter 6. Honestly, the biggest part of chapter 6 is that initial glitch, and then it's kind of chill. In the glorious words of Fat Man, the rest of the game is kind of like a cutscene. So you know, you don't really have to play. You don't have to try.
Not at all.
You'll notice Medios is just gonna take his hands off the keyboard. Go grab a
We're
bag of
gonna- We're
Doritos.
gonna climb straight. Right?
Thanks, by the way, chat, for the Rio info. Actually, there's a lot of valuable stuff there.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, what's the best answer we've seen so far? With the Doritos.
There's a
thing?
lot, man. There's a lot. We'll have to go back and
There's
script
too
through
much
it.
to there's too much
Okay.
to go through right now.
We
We'll
have
come
data
back
to
at
process.
we'll come back at the end of the marathon with an update on the real answer here. They're gonna go for a clip on this elevator. It's really hard to do. So
でもね、何すればいいか分かんないっていうのも、割とこのゲームの醍醐味ではあったりするんですよね。全部いけるとこ分かるよりは、
like to be an empath.
どうやったら立ち進めるんだろうっていうのを考えるとこ用意してやるっていう意味ではね、結構ね、
Okay, so we're
As a
coming up to
complete
the
deranged sociopath, you wouldn't get it, Shane.
ゲームの設計としては多分正しいのかなと。
I always have your back, you know this.
Okay,
And
coming
we're-
up on the end of the chapter.
Anyways.
Yeah, so
There's been a lot of anyways.
we're coming up to a big chapter here actually, chapter 7. This chapter is called Boat. And this would be a good
Ryan,
time
can
for
you
more
press
donations.
F3 a couple times?
おお、かっこいい。
What's back to first person? Oh, that is.
This one. Yeah.
Faith is certain dominance out here.
Do you just ride the train like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
this
while
is-
we're working our way through here, it's really just going out of bounds and some other stuff. So if you want to do more donations, Argic.
Oh, chat can't save you this time.
ピターッとこう、電車の上に張り付いて、
I just want to let you all know, folks, we are raising money for Alzheimer's.
T の体型で。
Alzheimer's Foundation
Both are
aim and purpose is to increase the fundraising to the benefit of scientific research in order to find a cure for Alzheimer's. For this event, all revenue generated during the event will go straight to the charity. This includes your donations, Twitch subscriptions, cheers, and ESA merch. Please do keep your donations coming in. Don't forget, we have plenty of prizes and incentives still to come. And more of this Mirror's Edge run.
まあ、これストーリー的にはもう本当にもう終盤、もう本当に最後の
We're
方。
heading to what I think
で、
is
ここ終わったら多分ゲーム
chapter 8.
クリアになるんじゃない。
We'll have some exciting tricks. We'll have Atrium. Which
Boss
I
fight,
had-
by the way,
Oh yeah, boss
which
fight.
is done now.
Yeah, boss fight.
A few punches, you know, various parts of the body, you know, we're past it now. It's fine. You've seen it.
Yeah. It's when you have to fight the empath.
Yeah. You have to
It's your
overcome
word of the
your.
day.
でもすごいですよね、これ、本当に、本当にこうキーボードとマウス分けてんのかってぐらい、なんか、
Yeah. Oh
Look
no.
what you've done,
He's just
He'll be able to-
standing
you
menacing
monster.
me.
So those guys are the pursuit
Tease
cops.
me,
They have,
bro.
they have, they have
Well, they're-
two-
ああ、
Alright, let's get over here. There, we're good.
Oh, okay, we're good.
If you're in a situation where you're getting tased, just sidestep. I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Great.
Although
Yup.
you are
Right
getting
aside.
tased, you probably messed up somewhere else.
Yeah.
And we're going to 8B here. 8B is a very hard section. If you die at any point, you start at the beginning. So don't die, guys.
Are we doing kick
Yes.
glitch or S?
はい、そうですね。これ2人でやってますよ。
Also, that elevator played really nice music. I don't know if you heard it. I would rewind
Yeah,
if
we
you
call it
didn't.
Reggae Vader.
Regulator.
Yeah. Even if you
It's a vibe.
turn in-game music all the way down, it still just blasts you with reggae.
1KBM っていうのがね、
Really determined to make
カテゴリーにあると思うんですけどね、このキーボードマウスってそれぞれ一人一人で
It's the vibe, you know?
Yeah.
分けてますね。
It's a spirit.
What were you gonna say, Jack?
So the boys here are gonna
だからもし皆さんがこう
to hit
過去にプレイした感じと同じような感じで見えてるんであれば、それは
now.
この今映ってる2人がすごく位置が合ってるっていう。
Hopefully they-
ええ
Nice.
Perfect.
got it.
Oh yeah, did you guys explain checkpoints?
Um, I believe
it's
we
fine.
did.
Look it up. Look at the Mirror's Edge wiki if you want to know about checkpoints. I'm not explaining.
We're all gamers here. We know what checkpoints are, right?
There are two different kinds of checkpoints. We're kind of
で嫌じゃないこの高いとこから飛び降りてその着地点行ったと思ったらさらに抜けてって下にスーッと落ちていくって怖い。
smooth and easy when you're as good as he
Nothing
is.
special. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
no
we're going
big
this way.
deal.
皆さんも注意してくださいね。階段段差ちょっと飛び降りたらその先がもしかしたら地面ないかもしれない。
The way Ventrium works is there's a vent after Atrium. They're going to skip it. The way they're going to do that is they're going to climb to the top of the
Interesting.
atrium and jump into the area after the vent where it would take you. And yeah, they're gonna do their best. It's a hard trick even when you're playing on your own. When you're two separate people.
壁をちょっと駆け上がって壁ジャンプして
That's the
Yeah,
gimmick of the run.
you gotta.
さらに上に飛び移るっていう。
150 ping, by the way. Once
Go
again.
Back.
これを2人でやってると。
Kind of left,
Yeah,
yeah.
Medios
I'll
has 3,000.
いや1人でやっても難しいんだけどねこれ。
Oh, does that mean?
He played this
Yeah.
one yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's
わあ
So talented.
and they're gonna line this up
Let me line up.
perfectly.
Okay,
You got
don't
it?
jump.
あ
Ready?
ー行っちゃいけないところに行ってしまった。
Crazy perfect jumps, and they get the checkpoint once again. Okay, now we're in a room where we have to snipe a truck because our sister is in it. I know it sounds bad, but that's the lore.
It's just it's
First,
just
we need to
how,
slip
it's
into
how you do
line.
with your siblings.
First
Yeah.
we need to die, and the reason is because you can actually wall bang the truck, but
Should we
only
do
if
that?
you've died one time in this room. The hitbox won't spawn otherwise. So you're gonna see they're gonna shoot through the wall. Now they're gonna shoot this little circle.
Look at him go.
Nice accuracy from Heki there, by the way.
And it's a little
Wow.
rat man. Shout out
You
to
do not want to
Giant
face
Rat.
him in Rust.
No.
No.
Or Roblox or Crunker, oh yeah.
If you have to ask, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
That Easter egg is very
Mirror's Edge.
cool.
Dying.
I made a
まあまあショートカット失敗してね、まあ石の中にね
and no
入っちゃう
one
こと
does
もね
Easter eggs
まあよくあるんでね。
every day, so someone would do it and find one by shooting that rat.
Oh, really? That's funny.
That's amazing.
You're evil.
And we're
Yeah.
at the end of chapter 8.
当たり
we're
判
on to
定
the
の
final
端から
chapter.
クルリーンして
This has been the smoothest run of Mirror's Edge I've ever seen in my entire life. So honestly,
No Kizzy.
my
You also
jaw is
wanna
dropped.
crank your volume here because it gets pretty quiet.
Very
Yeah,
hard
so-
movement there at 9-8. That is a very. Oh no!
おおおー失敗しちゃった。
I've been well and truly swindled.
So we
Oh,
just want to
yeah.
show you how water boilers work down here.
Yeah.
For any aspiring plumbers in the chat. All right, we got this.
Shout outs to plumbers. Big props to them.
I love that guy Marlio.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Basketball
his
guy?
name, right? I don't know.
Okay, anyways, like Liam said,
本当これラグの抽出どうしてんでしょうね。
crank your volume up if you want to hear it.
Yeah, the music's really good.
Oh
It is.
no.
And that's yeah. That's
You're
the
a jerk.
explosion.
I've had a great time, guys. This has been a real treat.
I really haven't enjoyed this at all, honestly.
This
Yeah,
is the
same.
last
I've been
Exactly.
so, I think we're balanced.
この打たれる焦るんですよね本当に。
I'd say that.
もう
Yeah,
落ち着いて探索させてほしいって。
the worst run I've ever seen.
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. Come on.
Oh, hey Shane, you're not muted, by the way.
No, guys, I'm so embarrassed. Okay. We have like the
Another art
final
stick here.
we have the final big trick of the run right here. This is a trick that's been revised dozens and dozens of times. It used to be called beverage, and then it was extended beverage, and then it was super extended beverage, and now it's like super duper insanely extended beverage. They're gonna clip out on top of this elevator by doing a coil at the right time and using the use glitch. And what this is gonna allow them to do
I was worried about
is-
that one.
is run off the building or run off the elevator at a certain timing to spawn.
もうエレベーター
area of the game.
より先に上に上がるのはもうね、見慣れちゃったな。
The older ways
慣
of
れちゃっ
doing
た。
it were either harder or slower.
驚かなくなっちゃった。
But we find new stuff in the Mirror's Edge community all the time. Though I guess that was found like 3 years ago at this point. Anyways.
No, it's brand new.
Oh yeah, they just found that. Whoa, you guys! How'd you do that?
Yeah, we learned 2 hours ago.
Whoa.
No way. Okay.
So we're
And,
walking.
ああ、なるほどなるほど。壁めり込みながらジャンプしてんのか、これ。
long drink.
Long
Yeah,
drink.
That's perfect. It's called
long drink
It's
now.
called long drink now. That was long drink, everyone. We're taking the final elevator ride of the game. It's a really pretty elevator, honestly.
Thanks, Flubles, for the hotline reference, by the way. I really appreciate that.
Scroll.
You're not gonna look out the window, guys.
なんかエレベーターの中でなんかイベントが進行するときは無理やり上に行けないってことなのかな。
Yeah. It's beautiful.
今更ですけど。
Very good for the year it came out, which is 2008.
Late.
The game
2008.
looks real nice.
You look nice.
I don't think we
Oh,
mentioned
you
yet,
too.
but it's made by Dice, who
Thank
make
you.
Battlefield.
Yeah, they made Call of Field.
Yeah, Call of Field, Wall of Garden.
Modern 20. What's the year again?
You okay, man?
No.
they're gonna do a crazy.
Probably. No,
They're
we're
gonna do a
good.
pretty precise climb
We're
here
fine.
to clip.
ああ、危ない危ない危ない。
Oh, well, they clipped.
あ
They got,
You guys got that.
they got the
Okay.
Peter Griffin animation. Let's go.
Yo, Shane ran away to laugh at that.
It's like a really rare death animation.
It is.
Yeah, I didn't know that animation
me
existed
just-
until someone posted.
Oh, we did it
it
again!
That's so good. Okay, honestly, the most impressive part about this whole run is
Every time we
あ、
release
そうですね。リンバーオール的なやつです
playing
ね
over。the old music, and now we have like 3 musics playing.
You don't like that?
ゲーム画面の下に映ってるキーボードの方触ってる手とマウス触ってる手は別々の人です。
Never
Yeah,
heard
we're
anyone show
gonna
up that.
break line of sight just to get some health back, and then we'll try again. Bro, what are you doing?
We're just gonna
Don't
take a
ask me
nap,
what
guys.
I'm doing.
Bro.
We're just dead as hell. All right, let's take the gun.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna just end the run there, guys. No.
Whatever.
No, we can do it. We
こ
can
こ
Who cares?
ここ無理やり突破しようとしてるのが
Guys, we
ね。
support our boys to the end, to the very end.
No matter what. This
Give
is
me that gun.
again.
あ、一応倒そうとしてる。
This can just be
Be
hard
gone.
as 2 players.
安定を取った。
Oh god.
You know.
Oh,
This
two
was
players,
your
one
idea.
aiming. Okay, we got
FPS
it.
game as 2 people is not good.
そうね、あそこまで失敗しちゃったらね。
This entire game. Oh wait, it's not an FPS, but you know,
I mean, it's kind of an FPS.
ignore me.
Yeah, it can be.
FPR.
Wait, isn't this a
first
Metroid?
person
game?
run there.
PP.
First
Person
person.
So-
parkour.
Time is
Hardcore,
coming
yeah.
up in 14 seconds.
Yeah, time coming up.
Yeah.
He's gonna shout time. He wants to do it.
You should do it, Hector.
What?
We're delayed.
Yeah, shout
Okay,
it.
I'll do it. Okay.
Press jump at the same time, guys. Do it together, in unison.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
time.
Let's go!
Oh!
え
Ah! Ah!
Okay. Whoa, back
But
up.
I'm
Sorry, I got
going-
really excited.
That's okay. Just go.
Yeah, that was Mirror's Edge. 2 players, 1 keyboard and mouse.
Yes.
And we're
Transatlantic.
so sorry for doing that to you.
Oh, guys, press F3.
No. Oh yeah. Also press 1.
I did. You can see the wonderful animations that were made for this game.
So huge shout outs to the Mirror's Edge community. Huge shout outs to like everyone who's a part of it. If you're at all interested in this game, it's one of the it's genuinely one of the coolest runs I've ever done, and I've done a decent number of speed runs.
Yeah.
So if you're at all interested, look us up on speedrun.com. You can join the Discord.
笑っちゃいましたけど、まあ、
Um,
GG ですかね。
it's a super great run. The community.
いやー、感動のラストだったな。
I concur with all of that.
And
Well said.
thanks to ESA for having us. It's really nice to have an online portion of the
なん
marathon.
か自分と同じ見た目のスタンドが後ろにいて、一緒に攻略してたっていう見方も。
Honestly, thanks for everyone at ESA for
だから2段ジャンプもあれだな、途中、空中でジャンプして、もう一人と切り替わって、そのもう一人がジャンプしたとか、そういうふうに考えれば、なるほど、辻褄が合う。あ、終わりましたね。いや、すごかったですね。息があったプレーで、なかなかあんまり 3D 酔いもしない感じで、素晴らしいプレーだったと思います。はい、ということで、以上、ミラーズエッジの RTA でした。カテゴリー 2%、ニンバオルの2プレイヤー 1KBM コープでした。はい、ということですね。次のゲームの方の準備の方してまいりますので、一旦失礼いたします。
Carry out the run like a machine. I have never seen a 113. I can do it faster, I can do it blinded, need no screen. Even game the same routine. Glitching through the walls just like a dream. I can do it real time, I am at my best when live on stream. I got that golden eye of the tiger. You can call me Big Champ 64.RNG could be stacked against us, but that's never happened before. I'm praying perfect, I'm praying perfect. Every sacrifice gonna be worth it. I'm praying perfect, I'm praying perfect. A million resets, but it's gonna be worth it. I'm praying perfect, I'm praying perfect. Every sacrifice gonna be worth it. I'm praying perfect, I'm praying perfect. A million resets, but it's gonna be worth it.
Hello, my name is Gallus Rini and I'm going to show you the Sea of Stars skip that we use in Bayonetta speedrunning. The final verse of this chapter contains a lot of enemies which you usually would need to defeat in order to hit the end of the chapter. In the speedrun, however, we have a method in which we can skip having to do this fight and save a bit of time. Using a technique called the Afterburner Kick, which is used for a lot of skips in Bayonetta, we are able to get enough height doing this technique upwards and downwards to get onto this platform which is out of bounds. Once on this platform, we can run and jump over the final fight below us. Flying in crow form, we arrive to the end and hit the final trigger to end the chapter. Hope you are enjoying the marathon so far and enjoyed this little showcase. Take care.
While Alzheimer's still has no definitive answer at this time, in recent years, researchers around the globe have been exploring how to reduce the risk of developing Alzheimer's. It's been discovered that lifestyle changes such as regular physical exercise and stimulating brain activities can help reduce the risk of Alzheimer's. Science relevant to prevention and brain health play a vital role in understanding how to beat the disease, and these discoveries would not have been possible without the funding by donors, such as all of you superheroes here at ESA. With more funding,